Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. Have you ever noticed how the smallest moments often feel the most meaningful? Not when they're on a grand stage under bright lights, but in between the rush, at the airport, during soundcheck, or in those brief seconds that often go unnoticed. That's where warmth and sincerity tend to shine the most. In today's video, we'll take a closer look at another side of BTS's journey as they prepare to head to Japan to continue their world tour. From Jimin's gentle yet meaningful smile, to the way Jungkook still takes the time to respond to ARMY even in a hurried situation. And beyond that, behind the relaxed atmosphere of the final day's soundcheck, there are so many moments that feel closer and warmer, especially between Jimin and Jungkook. Their glances, synchronized steps, and simple gestures all seem to carry a deeper story. Is it just coincidence, or part of a bond that has long been built? Let's talk about it together. BTS were seen preparing to depart for Japan with their usual dynamic. Busy, fast-paced, yet organized. Seokjin, Taeyoung, Hoseok, Jungkook, Namjoon, and Jimin stepped out of their vehicle before continuing their journey on a chartered flight from Gimpo. In that brief moment, Jungkook mentioned that Yoongi was on a different flight, offering a glimpse into how their travel is arranged, flexible yet well-coordinated. Amid the busy airport atmosphere, fans' attention was drawn to Jimin. He paused for a moment, turned toward the fans who had been waiting, and formed a heart with his hands. It may seem like a simple gesture, but the way he did it felt incredibly sincere. His soft smile, gentle gaze, and calm expression created a warmth that was hard to ignore. Without saying much, Jimin conveyed deep gratitude, as if making sure every fan felt appreciated. On the other hand, Jungkook also showed equally genuine attention. Despite his covered appearance, wearing a cap, mask, and dark clothing, he still waved to ARMY. His steps were quick, reflecting a tight schedule, yet he still made time for small responses. It's a reminder that for them, fans always matter, even in the busiest moments. Overall, this departure moment may have been brief, but it carried deep meaning. The members' warmth, kindness, and attentiveness show that their connection with fans isn't only built on stage, but beyond it as well. In any situation, they strive to be emotionally present, proving that even the smallest gestures can leave a lasting impact. Moving on to the soundcheck on the final day of the concert, the atmosphere felt different. More relaxed, more intimate, and filled with natural interactions. One of the most eye-catching aspects was, of course, the dynamic between Jungkook and Jimin. From the beginning, it was noticeable how Jungkook chose to wait for Jimin until the end, as if wanting to stay close to him. Even when they started walking, Jungkook's steps naturally aligned with Jimin's direction. It gave the impression of consistent, effortless attentiveness. During the soundcheck, they also involved ARMY, encouraging fans to be more present, rather than just recording through their phones, but truly enjoying the moment by singing, dancing, and interacting. This invitation felt genuine, creating a closer connection between artist and audience, almost erasing the usual boundaries between stage and crowd. One particularly memorable moment was when Jimin performed a small choreography move. Jungkook stood right in front of him, watching with clear focus. His gaze followed every movement without distraction, creating a sense of admiration and comfort. It was simple, yet deeply meaningful because it felt so natural. Throughout the soundcheck, the two often walked side by side. They exchanged smiles, shared light conversations, and seemed to enjoy each other's presence without needing to show anything excessive. Even simple interactions, like asking small questions or joking around, strengthened the sense of closeness between them. As they moved onto the main stage, that dynamic continued. At first, Jungkook walked slightly ahead, but soon they adjusted their steps to walk side by side. This time, their interaction felt even more intense. Not only exchanging glances, but also holding hands in a way that seemed completely natural, almost like it was second nature. While other members spread out across different parts of the stage, Jimin stayed close to Jungkook, and Jungkook didn't move away either. The consistent closeness between them became a small detail that was hard to overlook. There was also a moment when Jungkook followed Jimin's steps, while Jimin occasionally gave playful nudges, creating a relaxed and affectionate atmosphere. One of the most memorable parts was when they held hands for quite a long time. There was no sense of rushing to let go, both seemed to simply enjoy the moment. After the song ended, Jimin immediately walked toward Jungkook, and Jungkook fully turned to face him. They reconnected through their hands again, as if there was an unspoken understanding between them. Even when Jungkook briefly walked ahead with other members, he still looked back to make sure Jimin was nearby. He even slowed down his pace so they could walk together again. Small details like this showed a consistent and sincere attentiveness. There was also a particularly soft moment when Jimin placed his hand behind Jungkook's head. They stood very close, and Jungkook seemed comfortable leaning in. Jimin didn't immediately pull his hand away, creating a calm and warm atmosphere. This interaction continued as Jungkook sang his part, as if it were directed especially toward Jimin, making their closeness feel even more real. After that, Jungkook greeted ARMY with a slightly shy expression, especially with Jimin standing so close beside him. Their closeness felt so real, as if they were in their own little space in the middle of a vast stage. Jimin then said a sweet line, "You're my chim, I'm your chim," which made Jungkook even more bashful and added warmth to the moment. Throughout the entire sequence, Jungkook was often seen looking at Jimin, even while speaking. Meanwhile, Jimin occasionally shifted his attention to ARMY, but Jungkook maintained that same focus. These small details, glances, synchronized steps, and gentle touches gradually formed a picture of a relationship that feels consistent and natural. In the end, this series of moments isn't just about interactions on stage, but about how closeness can be seen through simple things. It doesn't always need to be shown in big or dramatic ways. In fact, it's through repeated small gestures that a warm and meaningful story is created. From the airport to the stage, from simple gestures to natural interactions, all of this shows that warmth doesn't always come from grand moments. Sometimes, it's through the little things done over and over again that we can see a sincere and consistent connection, both between BTS and ARMY, and among the members themselves. And maybe that's what makes every moment feel so special, because there's always a feeling being conveyed, even without many words. If you feel the same way, don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next Jikook Moments.